Hello, everybody. Welcome to December 2025's Akashic Monthly Energy Update. I was just telling everybody before I hit record who's on live that it's December 2025. Wasn't January yesterday? This year has just flown by. So, we are going to get an idea of what is happening energetically this month, this last month of the year. And that can help support us move into this month with a little bit more ease and just self trust. And when we know what's happening energetically, it can be really supportive to just go with the flow a little bit more and handle those waves that come in with a little bit more ease because life is unpredictable and a little crazy sometimes. Okay, as always, I always do pull a card beforehand. So I use my Wisdom Keeper's Inner Guidebook by Rosie Aronson. This is based off of the 64 Gene Keys, which were channeled by Richard Rudd, who in turn kind of got that information from Ra Uru who channeled Human Design. And this is all based off of the I Ching, which is an ancient system of divination. So before I do the card, I always do get messages when I shuffle. And this month, as I was shuffling the cards, I heard, "Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me." Be the example in this crazy and ever-changing world. And the interesting thing is I dropped a lot of cards as I was shuffling. And usually if I drop a card, I pick them up and take them as part of the message. But there were so many cards that I dropped that I was just like, no, I can't have this many cards. So I don't know. It just, with that in mind, as I'm speaking out, I'm like, there's a lot going on this month. There's a lot of energy on offer. And this is actually really in tune with the card I drew, which is Wisdom Keeper 3. This is the gift of innovation. The shadow of this gene key is chaos. So there may be an energy that you're feeling as the year ends of a little bit of chaotic energy, maybe things closing out from the year. But the gift is innovation. And so, how can we take all the crazy things that are happening in our life and make something new from that? Because that's where the magic happens. And I was also looking at the circuitry in human design. Every gate has like a circuit that it goes along with, and this is individual circuitry. So it's really like being the example. And again, that goes back to the message, peace begins with me. So that's what I got from the cards. Let's go into the records and see what happens. Okay. The Akashic Records for the collective consciousness are now open, calling in all the angels, guides, ancestors, and anyone else for our highest truth and gentlest good only. And I'm wanting to know a little bit more about the energy of this month, December 2025. And already I'm hearing that coughing energy, and every time I've tuned into the collective energy in the last few weeks, I've been coughing. And that is a sign for me always of release energy. So there is a lot of things leaving us at this time on an energetic level. Though you might also be seeing that in your physical world. Though what often happens when we're moving energy is the energy has to clear first before we can see the external change. And so like the energetic body like releases before we see that change out in the world. And so we're really clearing the energy this month in our personal energetic bodies as a collective. And that may feel chaotic with that third wisdom keeper. It may feel chaotic, but know that there's this invitation coming to welcome the chaos. And some of you are going to find that message a little bit easier to take than others, but welcome the chaos because it is through chaos. It's like one end of the coin. Chaos is an invitation that something needs to change, and chaos is an invitation to see a new perspective. What am I not what am I not seeing clearly right now? What could I do differently? How could I change at an internal level to show up with more innovation, with a new perspective? Because this is truly this has been such a wild year for many people. It's been a very heavy year. There's been a lot of purging. There's been a lot of releasing, which is very in tune with the Chinese year. It is the year of the snake, the shedding. It's also a 9-year numerologically at the collective level, 2025, and that's 2 and 9. So there's a lot of endings. There's a lot of releasing happening this year, and it's been a slog. And some of you are like, when is it going to end? And it will. Though we want to make sure that as we to welcome in the new with this 2026 is a 1 year, so new beginnings, one beginnings. We want to make sure that we are ready for that. And to be ready for that, we got to let go. And we want to welcome any of the chaos that comes as we let go. Because that is where the magic happens. It is very second nature in humans. It is the very common defense mechanism to want to push away the change or the chaos because it's scary. It's not what we're used to. We don't like it. But when we can flip that script and say, there's some chaos happening. What does that mean? How could I welcome this in as an invitation to change, to innovate? That's when we can really let the magic happen. So this month there is going to be, it's that final purge of 2025 before we can welcome in that 2026 energy. And some of you are already feeling the 2026 energy. Some of you are kind of already seeing little glimmers of it in your life. And hold those glimmers, because when there's chaos, it can be hard to hold steady. And we're talking personally, of course. This is people's personal lives, but also what we're seeing globally, what we're seeing on the world stage. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the world stage over the last few years that is very disheartening. And to keep in mind that the chaos of the world stage is also an invitation to welcome in innovation. And even if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of power on the global stage, because most of you watching this don't, you do have power in your personal life. And do not be, you too often as humans disregard the power that you have as an individual to influence the people around you. Heck, if you have a big social media following, which that is a thing these days, you can influence way more people around the globe than anyone in your human history has really been able to. So whether or not you are thinking about how things feel chaotic personally, how things feel chaotic globally, or there's a combination of both for many of you, just remember that you have the power within you to change the way that you see things, the way that you move, the way that you respond, the way that you show up in all of your environments, both online and in person, that you have so much power and that you have so much influence. You all do. Whew. And it is through that when we can all collectively remember the power that we have as individuals, that this innovation becomes second nature for all of us. And of course, as we think about 2026 and that 1 year energy, well, what a perfect month to end with this gate 3 of innovation, because all new things need innovation. So we're really actually getting a taste of that energy coming in this month as well. The energy of 2026 is already seeping in. So take hold of it, because there is heaviness, and yet it doesn't have to rule you, and you get to choose how you respond to it. And there's a lot of goodness on the other end of the things that feel chaotic to you. And change often does feel chaotic, whether we're talking about change personally or globally. And it can be scary, and it can make you want to run and hide because you're not used to it, because our comfort zones are so, that's why you call it a comfort zone, because it's comfortable. We also want to remind you that it is the holiday season. And whether or not you celebrate the holidays, there is an invitation to take the energy of Christmas, of Hanukkah, of Kwanzaa, of all these beautiful holidays that bring so much light to the world, and to hold that within you too, and to not forget the joy. And the holidays can have things come up for people. There can be pain associated with the holidays depending on your background. But to find and hold the joy in the light, and to hold the symbolism of the light, like thinking about like going around in your neighborhoods and seeing the Christmas lights kind of vibe, like holding that energy of the light and taking that with you. Because we all are lights. We all have the capacity to be can't speak, the capacity to be lights. Ah, if only we remember how powerful we are. So, it is going to be a packed full month. And there is going to be a lot of change on offer for many of you, both personally, and you're going to see it globally. I think you have been seeing it globally for a long time. But remember that you get to choose how you view it. Is it the chaos, or is it the innovation? Gentle with yourself, be kind. For these are crazy, wild times that you are living in on this earth, and yet it's also quite exciting, because it is a period of change. Not just this month, but the coming years. And how you choose to view that is totally up to you. All right, that is all we have for today. We are so delighted to have connected with you for this last Akashic reading of 2025. We look forward to connecting again in the new year. All right, the Akashic Records are closed. All right. I'm gonna stop the recording so that I can have a conversation with the people who are here. If you're watching this in the recording, thank you so much. I hope you found value in it. And please let me know in the comments how it resonated. I'd love to hear. Bye-bye.